Okay, about 3 years ago, the middle school curriculum changed pretty dramatically, and 7th grade used to be a life science course. And because upper school was changing some courses, we took on some of the earth science topics like weather and climate change. And in 7th grade, historically, we've always focused on data. And so having students collect data, like you know how all year you've been collecting data about water quality, and then you get to clean up that messy data and start to analyze it? Well, having a weather station gave us the ability to collect some data about weather. So when we start the weather station unit, you'll be able to look at the weather every day and start to collect some weather data. And we've been collecting it for over a year now. And so you'll get to take that data and look at how barometric pressure impacts the change in temperature, or how the change in temperature impacts the barometric pressure. Or you'll be able to look at wind and precipitation. You'll be able to look at any correlations you can find between any of the things that the weather station measures. But the main goal is that you have an opportunity to learn how to interpret and understand weather data. So if we look at the history of why the weather station is where it is, it's kind of an interesting story. When we first installed it, a previous science teacher that was here installed it the first year we got it. It was like we got it in the summer, and we installed it so that we could use it for the next year. And we installed it on the batting cages because we figured, there was netting and things to protect the station from getting hit by any balls and stuff. But it was high enough where it could collect data that we needed it to connect. There weren't going to be things in the way like trees to prevent from checking wind speed or the moisture or the temperature or anything. It wasn't getting special shade or anything like that. And so we picked that location, but then when they built the portables for the upper school, they removed the batting cages. So maintenance came and they moved it to the far baseball field and put it up behind home base. And they were recording, and again, we needed it up high, okay? Maintenance has since moved it down to one of the lower fields, again, on one of the fences by a baseball field. And part of that is the maintenance department is using the weather station as a way to calculate and track data about the amount of moisture that falls on our fields. So they're moving it around. So like they checked the upper field up there, and they kept track of what the rain gauge was saying about the amount of water over a period of time. But then certain rain events are also important. So like there may be a rain event over a 10-day period, one rain event where you get like an inch of water in half an hour. Or you might have a rain event where you get that inch of water and it takes 4 hours for that inch of water to fall. And so and that's part of helping maintain the fields for sports, like the soccer fields and the baseball fields, is to be able to create good enough soil infiltration so that water isn't sitting on our fields for long periods of time. And so they're looking at how much water is falling.